Hey, welcome to Backyard Bows. I'm Brandon. Today we're going to talk about the Easton Bowtruk. Man, this thing is so cool. So right here I have one of my first bow cases. Nice little soft case. I think I bought it with a bow. I'm kind of a hunting hoarder when it comes to all my hunting gear. But this, if you're new to archery, this is all you need, okay? Something that you can protect your bow from the elements and other things that are going to hurt it, whether it's a hard case or soft case, it'll probably do the trick. What is going to separate the Bowtruk? I keep calling it a trunk because that honestly is what it is. It's more of a gear case than just a bow case. It's really cool. And one of my favorite things about it is that it has a ton of compartments. The more I've hunted, the more I realize that it's so important to stay organized and prepped, especially when things happen fast. You can have all your gear in one spot, you're ready to go, and you know that it's nice and secured. And this thing I'm talking about, it holds more than you could possibly imagine. So if you have one bow in there or two bows, it still has extra room for all your gear. And then it has a whole bunch of compartments up here on top, which they call inside-outside pockets that you can access from either the inside or the outside, which are really cool. But let's talk about the outside first. So the actual case itself is made of like Kevlar. This stuff is as tough as you can get. It has a really nice finish on it that makes it water resistant. There's two things that I really love about the outside besides the actual case itself. It has 4 handles. One on either side, one on the front. The 2 on the side make it really easy to pick it up, put it into places, especially when it's all filled up and heavy. The one on the top, you can kind of use it and carry it as a suitcase. And then there's one on the back. So the one on the back also has this buckle on it, which you can take and hook backpacks. I'll throw all my bathroom stuff and other little clothes I want to take on this turkey hunt I'm going on in the next couple weeks. And I'll throw that on the front of here so I have everything ready to go. The other favorite thing is these wheels. So the wheels are tucked in, really nice and sleek. This thing is a breeze to roll around. It is so simple, it's so easy, it's so smooth. I love the wheels, all the handles. You can tell that they took a lot of time into designing this thing and making it as easy as possible to get around. So the other thing I just mentioned, this inside-outside pocket. So all the zippers on this thing are really well made. You open this one up and you have accessibility to these 3 pockets. So whether you're getting in the pockets or you just use this top space for a hoodie, jacket, something like that, extra clothes, you can actually put that right on top, zip that back up, and that acts like extra storage. But then you can access all your pockets. So the bigger pocket, I got my quiver and my arrows in there. You can put some longer stabilizers in there, but that's a really nice long pocket for that kind of stuff, extra arrows. And then you have 2 other pockets, one small, one's big. Now these, I got a whole bunch of extra broadheads because I'm a broadhead fanatic. I also have my bino pouch in there. And then over here, I got some stabilizers, knife, my release, hat, stuff like that. I'll probably end up putting like some boxers, socks, extra socks, stuff like that in there. So some of that stuff doesn't move around. I like everything really nice and compact, but you can fit an absolute ton in these pockets and you still have room. So if you zip all this back up and you open the main compartment to the bow case, you can access those 3 pockets. They are see-through, so it's like a mesh, so you can see what's in what pocket, which is kind of cool too. But then when you go to the actual space where you keep your bow, like I mentioned before, whether you're carrying 1 bow or 2 bows, if you're only carrying 1 bow, you can fit all your gear in here. Okay, so in a couple weeks, when I pack this thing up to go up to northern Missouri to go turkey hunt, I have all my Sitka gear here. I got even an extra pack in there. I got my gaiters. I'll probably be able to throw some boots in there somewhere. But this thing is, I mean, you can fit anything that you need. So when you do take all your gear out, you got 2 spots for bows, okay? So you got one on the bottom, and if you're only carrying one, I say put it on the bottom. There's a really nice thick pad underneath there. Once you strap down this top pad and make it really tight, that bow is not going anywhere. Oh, so I haven't mentioned it yet, but there's 3 different sizes of this, a 36, a 40, and a 47. The 40 is 40 inches long. The inside is about 39. My V3X 33 fits in there perfectly. Mathews has those really tall cams on either side, but that thing fits in here really nice and snug. So keep that in mind when you're going to kind of buying one. I would say the 40 for bow hunting is probably perfect. When you get into some of those target archery bows, those are ones that are going to be for the real long ones. And then they have a nice, more compact one for those guys who use a more compact bow and you don't want a lot of room with that thing sliding around. You can always tuck hoodies on either side if you do have a shorter axle bow, but this V3X 33 fits in there perfectly. You flap that back over, strap it down, that thing's not going anywhere. I would take maybe occasionally probably put my backup bow in there on top. You slip it under those straps, again, strapping it down. Once all that's on there, none of that's moving around. I love that because you don't want all that kind of stuff moving around if you're flying, traveling far with it. You want everything nice and secure. But since I'm only taking 1 bow on this trip, I have a ton of room to pack all my gear right here in the top part of that. and this is just some of it. I'm just kind of lightly packing it for the review, but I can fit a whole bunch more stuff in there. You have more room in these pockets up here, and then when Friday comes, I know everything's ready to go, nice and secure in my boat truck. I love this thing. If you haven't seen them, go check them out. I don't mind spending money if I know I'm getting what I'm paying for. This is a one-time purchase. This thing is very well constructed. It'll last through the years. You can truck, haul it around anywhere you go. The outside's really nice and tough. It's protected. I think it's probably something that a lot of competition archers are gonna use that do a lot of traveling. But as you just saw, if you're just a hunter, okay, and that's what your whole archery setup is just for hunting, this thing makes it super easy to be organized and efficient and prepped. And something else from Easton that I just got a hold of is these new match grade Easton full metal jackets. These are like full metal jackets on steroids. I'm so excited about these. I love everything Easton. I always have. Go to their website, check them out. Really cool stuff here. See you next time.